Yo, what's up, fam? It's your boy Ray with another vlog. This is vlog number 45 out of 365. I'm trying to drop a vlog every day, guys. Hope you're having a great day. Hope your days started with positive energy. Hope you're getting what you want to get. And hope you're crushing all your goals today. And if there's anything blocking your way right now, don't worry. You got this. You're going to take over. Today, I had an amazing day. It's a beautiful weather out today. Usually when I hit record, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. So right before I hit record, I started thinking of this story that I heard today from a client. Hilarious story. I'm gonna tell you guys. Actually, that'll be the vlog for today. I'm gonna tell you guys this story. But before I start, I just want to let you guys know that if there's ever anything stopping you, just what I just mentioned, anything blocking you from succeeding, from getting to what you want to do, don't worry about it. You're gonna get over it. You're gonna push through. You're gonna be successful at it. I promise you that. Not only that, but if anything is pushing you back to not accomplishing what you need to accomplish, remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback, right? So no matter what is pushing you back, it's preparing you to accomplish what you've been trying to accomplish. So about that funny story that I was mentioning, just for protective purposes, since he's one of my clients, I don't want to mess anything up with, these videos and my job. I'm on my lunch break right now. So this is the only time I get to record these videos, the vlog a day. I'm gonna call him Mr. F for now, just to, protect identity and stuff like that. So Mr. F, awesome dude, smart guy, has a very strong accent because he speaks Portuguese. So, hey, my friend, you always so helpful, always amazing, always so smart. That's how he talks. So I'm helping him over the phone with an issue that he's having, and he starts telling me about this story. He's like, oh, I'll tell you this funny story from years ago, 25 years ago story, right? So when he first started his business, he had ordered a bunch of fax machines from Intel. Now, I know a couple of y'all watching this, y'all probably like, yo, what the heck is a fax machine? Or I've heard of a fax machine before, which is kind of crazy to me because, I grew up in the era where there was fax machines and now they're kind of dwindling away. So fax machines, you basically put a paper on the machine. It's kind of like a copier. It scans it and then it sends it to another fax machine. And let's say you got it in your house, the paper prints out and it tells you who it came from. Yeah, it's basically like an email, except you're gonna get the physical paper of it, right? This reminds me of just a little sidetrack. I got the ADHD. Y'all already know. I get sidetracked. Just a quick little interjection story. That reminds me of when I was teaching one of my coworkers what a VHS is and what a VCR is, because we saw it at a location while we were doing inventory. He had no idea what it was, and I freaked out. A couple of the guys that are my age, we all flipped out. Wow, you don't know what that is? Oh my God, we were teaching him what it is. It was insane. I'll tell you guys that story another time. But for today, let's go back to Mr. F's story. So Mr. F tells me he orders, a bunch of fax machines from a company called Intel, and they send him a couple to his business and a couple to his home, right? So he's using the one at his house and the one at his work. Everything's working great. So I'll come back to the story of the fax machines, but let's just say as he's working one day, the cops knock on his door. And so he, boom, he opens the door. Hey, what is going on? Everything okay? The officers are like, hey, we got a 911 call from this location. Can we know what's going on? Is everything okay? He's like, no, nobody called 911. No. He checked with his kid at the time. He checked with his wife. Nobody called 911. So they're like, okay, it's all good. So for the next couple of days and then weeks, they were kind of showing up all the time. Somebody called 911. Eventually, apparently, it got to a point where, the cops were asking, hey, let's go. Can we go inside? We need to check. Yes, of course. He complied with it. They checked inside. There were times where they had to put him in handcuffs just for a moment, just to make sure everything's all good. And then they verify everything's fine. And he's like freaking out. He's like, what's going on? And then they even sent this from his word. This is what he said. Apparently, they sent the FBI to his house, bro. I was like, the FBI, Mr. F? He's like, yes, the FBI. They show me the badge. They show me everything. it was crazy. I tell you, this story is so true. I promise you. And I believe the dude. This dude is not, he has no room to lie, right? And he's a cool dude, honest guy, always on his business. So Mr. F is telling me this story. I'm just like wrapping my head around it, like, yo, for real? Like, nah, FBI? Yes, they sent FBI to his house to investigate. They searched his home, search his background, everything, because they keep getting 911 calls coming from the house. But then the agents apparently figure something out, and they track to see the calls and how they were coming. Remember, this is like 25, almost 30 years ago, where the technology wasn't as great as it is today, where you can track calls, IP and things like that, right? For all my tech heads. And so they tracked it, and they found out that the 911 calls were coming from the fax machine. And he was like, wait, what? How? So they were like, for right now, all we know is that it's coming from the fax machine. Once they investigated the model number, the product number, where it was built at, where it was programmed at, they actually found out, right, that it was actually a tech from Intel that was doing a prank. And apparently it wasn't just his machine, but a couple of other machines had been programmed so that when you fax something, or if you get like an error on the fax machine, it'll call 911. Bro, I died laughing, bro. The fact that this Intel dude not only did a prank that was to the tech environments, it is kind of funny, but my guy ruined his life. Like, just by doing a prank, a little joke, a little thing, he thought it was funny. He lost his job. He got, arrested because he messed with a lot of clients' product, had to pay back Intel, all that stuff. Now, what's cool about the Intel company, they replaced Mr. F's all of his faxes for free. No charges. They came out, replaced them. Boom. Case closed. It wasn't him calling 911. Nobody was in his basement trying to call 911. It was literally the fax machines calling it. Now, the guy that did that implemented that program onto the fax machines, unfortunately, his life got ruined, yo, by one little mistake, one little choice that he could have just done something else with it, done something more. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it was dope, for a tech head, but you have to think of the consequences. You have to think of the repercussions. Every single action you do causes a ripple in your life. It's kind of like the butterfly effect, right? Like any flap of a wing of a butterfly, it's literally changing the timeline, like Marvel. So any little action you make is going to affect you in your life in the future, whether it's good, bad, in the middle, whatever you're doing. Just think about what's going to happen afterwards. Like if you do something, for example, you're at work and you see something on the table that looks like something expensive, or something that you've always wanted. Somebody left it there. No, it's nobody's. If you're in a work environment, that building is not yours. So if you decide to want to grab that and let's say, like, put it in your backpack or something, you're technically taking property, right? To you, it's nothing. But then eventually down the road, it can cause a ripple effect to where it can affect your job position. People point fingers thinking you're a stealer, things like that, right? You don't want people to think of that you're somebody that you're really not, right? You want people to think of you as the best person they can rely on, right? Someone who's positive, someone who's going, someone who gets things done, and is a person of their word. So that story opened up like my eyes about how, wow, just a little small thing, little prank changed that guy's whole life. So the next time, now I'm thinking about the next time I do something, or the next time you do something, think about how that's going to affect you in the rest of your life, and hopefully you can see that it would affect you either negative or positive. And then, rethink about what you're trying to do or your actions, right? Yeah, that's crazy, bro. The fact that FBI came to his house, the police and everything, to me, that's wild. But, I told him, yo, thank you for telling me the story. That's crazy. A lot of people that I know in the community of tech came from a background where they were doing things that they didn't know were bad. Like, hacking, principal's computers for photos, shutting down Wi-Fi networks, grabbing people's passwords for the social media accounts, dumb stuff like that, that it's, to us, if nobody tells you, you think it's innocent, you think it's funny or a prank, but it actually does a big repercussion in the future. So think about that, just take that in mind. Make sure that whatever action you make next, just kind of quickly think about it. Coming from my personal experience, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, I've made hundreds of mistakes, and they were like quick thoughts that I'm like, oh, I think this is funny, or I think this is, cool to say, or funny to say, or funny to do, and then it ends up being affecting me in a whole negative way. So just leaving an advice for you guys. Hopefully you're having a wonderful day, positive vibes. I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here for today, but again, guys, hope you're having a wonderful week. Take it easy, keep going, keep pushing, you got this, and stay disciplined to what you want to get. All right, stay cool, stay true, be you. Peace out, have a good day.